Hey friends, this is going to be your introduction video to opinion writing or an opinion essay. So our next writing unit that we're doing is focusing on opinions and also informational texts. So an opinion essay tells what a writer thinks about a topic. It also explains the reasons why the writer has this viewpoint. So we are going to be giving you a writing prompt, and then you are going to be forming your own opinion and using facts to support your opinion. So there are a few parts of an opinion essay that we have to look for. An introduction that tells the writer's opinion and gives a focus statement. So right from the beginning, you want to make sure that you are expressing what your opinion is. Then you want to include strong reasons that support the opinion. So you have to include, why do you think this way? You want interesting, convincing details that explain the reasons, and a conclusion that sums up the opinion or repeats the focus statement. So a lot of the time you'll hear that your introduction is repeated in the conclusion. You're repeating your opinion or the focus statement that you started your story with. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to read through an example with you. We're going to talk about the parts just to get a better idea of what an opinion piece looks like. So this student wrote the best pet. So this is their title. There are many different kinds of pets. Some people have a dog or a cat. They may even have a hamster. These animals are cute and fun, but they aren't the pets that I would choose. I think that a lizard makes the best pet. So this is the introduction. It gives a focus statement with the writer's opinion down here. I think that the lizard makes the best pet. But notice this writer didn't just state their opinion. They included a little bit of detail to kind of hook you in, say, there's all these different kinds of pets, but for me, I think the lizard makes the best pet. So they're kind of bringing the reader in. First of all, lizards are fun to play with. My lizard, Al, sits on my shoulder while I do homework. He really likes it when I read to him. I also use blocks to build Al his own castle. Al sits inside the castle and scares people away. My friends love to play with Al when they come over. They pet his scaly skin and let him run across the floor. So these are the part of the reasons that the writer is telling you how they feel about this topic. So why they think the lizard makes the best pet. They include all these details. So they're fun to play with. And instead of just saying that, they go into detail. So they like to read with him. They build his own castle. He sits there and scares people away. Her friends love to come and play with him. So it includes all these details about what they or why they are fun to play with. They don't just say they're fun to play with. Then it says, lizards are also easy to take care of. They don't need to be brushed or bathed. They don't even need to eat every day. I feed Al about 3 times a week. Then it says he eats fruits, vegetables, and mealworms from the pet store. But the best part is that I don't have to worry about Al if I go away for the weekend. He's happy in his cage as long as it's clean and warm and there's water for him to drink. So if I go back down here, it's saying the details explain or support the reasons for the opinion. So they're saying how they're easy to take care of, and then they're explaining why they're easy to take care of. They're not going on a completely different topic. They're still talking about why they're easy to take care of. Then the last one says, finally, it doesn't cost a lot to own a lizard. Lizards don't need toys or big bags of food. This can save you a lot of money at the pet store. And lizards don't need shots or special medicine. Al is 3 years old, but he's never had to go to the doctor. In fact, I can go for months without spending 1 penny on Al. Then their conclusion, dogs, cats, and hamsters make good pets, but the greatest pet is a lizard. If you don't believe me, just ask Al. So in the conclusion, they're repeating the focus statement by saying that the greatest pet to have is a lizard. So if you would look at this, it would have 3 reasons that they gave why lizards are the best pet. They have their intro, they have their conclusion, and then they have 3 reasons in between. They don't cost a lot, they're easy to take care of, and they're fun to play with. So that's just the 3 basic reasons, but then in each paragraph, it goes into detail of why it doesn't cost a lot, why they're fun to play with, why they're easy to take care of. And then they end it with their conclusion by restating, yeah, these other ones make good pets, but the greatest pet is a lizard. So then it just kind of talks about what we just said. You want to use interesting details to explain the reasons. like she did. She says, sits on my shoulder while I do homework, is specific about how many times a week they feed them. You want to get into detail about that because you're trying to convince the reader of your opinion. So the way to do that is to include as many details as you can that help support your opinion.